सब्सक्राइब कीजिए नेहरा क्लासेस यूट्यूब चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाइए लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी और एजुकेशनल वीडियोस सबसे पहले देखने के लिए।
Hello everyone, I Vikas Nehra welcome you all to our Nehra Classes YouTube channel. Friends, in today's tutorial, we will learn about the NIC teaming, network bonding, or sometimes we call it the link aggregation. In today's tutorial, I will show you how can you configure NIC teaming in Linux. For today's tutorial, I'm going to use this RHL8 machine on which I'm going to configure the NIC teaming just to avoid the failover condition. But before that, let me give you the brief idea about the NIC teaming or the network bonding, or sometimes we call it the link aggregation. So in computer networking, the term link aggregation refers to the various methods of combining multiple network connections in parallel in order to increase the throughput beyond what a single connection could sustain and to provide the redundancy in case of any link should fail. A link aggregation group is the collection of physical ports combined together. The NIC teaming is the process of combining multiple network cards together for performance, load balancing, and redundancy reasons. Use NIC teaming to group two or more physical NICs into a single logical network device called a bond. NIC teaming is also called as load balancing failover (LBFO), bandwidth aggregation, traffic failover, and so on. The benefits of NIC teaming are load balancing, where the traffic is automatically load balanced on the destination address between the available physical NICs, and fault tolerance. If one of the underlying physical NIC is broken or its cable is unplugged, server or target host detects the fault condition and automatically moves the traffic to another NIC in the bond. We use some terminologies which we must know before proceeding further. So we use team D. Actually, this is the NIC teaming daemon that uses the libteam library to communicate with the team devices via Linux kernel. TeamDCTL, this is a utility that allows users to control an instance of TeamD. You can check and change the port status as well as switch between backup and active states. The third one is runner. These are the units of code written in JSON and are used for the implementation of various NIC teaming concepts. Examples of runner modes include round robin, load balancing, broadcast, and active backup. And in today's video, we will use this active backup runner mode. And this TeamD package should be there on your machine if you want to configure it. So without wasting time, let's get started. To understand the concept of network bonding or NIC teaming or link aggregation working, we will use this diagram where we have a server and we have multiple clients which are connected to this server with the help of this switch. And we have only one NIC, that is network interface controller, with the name as NIC1, and the IP address of this is 192.168.1.20. So these clients are connected to this server with the help of this NIC1. Now, in case if the cable gets unplugged for this NIC1, or if this NIC1 gets broken or becomes faulty, in that case, none of the clients can connect to the server. So in that scenario, what will happen? Because there is no connectivity, clients won't be able to use the service that the server is providing. Let us suppose if this server is working as the web server and there is a website that is hosted on this server. In case of connectivity failure due to the faulty NIC or the unplugged cable, the clients cannot connect to this NIC and cannot use that particular website that is running on this server. Means they cannot access that website. And if it is running in the production environment, it can create huge business loss. So to avoid such type of scenarios, what we do, we use multiple network interface controllers on one machine. So here, let us suppose we are using two NICs, NIC1 and NIC2, to avoid such type of scenario. And we can have up to 32 NICs in a single server. But problem here is that whenever one of the network interface controller gets failed, we have to switch over, we have to manually configure everything to use this NIC to pass the traffic. But it results in downtime, and we cannot afford to have downtimes, especially in production environments. So to avoid such type of scenarios in production environments, we use the concept of NIC teaming, where we create the bond with the help of multiple NICs. We combine multiple network interface controllers to create the bond, and this bond is a single network device. It is a virtual device that can communicate directly to the other devices, like switch in this case. So this bond is a combination of the connections of NIC1 and NIC2, and it can directly communicate to the switch to pass the traffic. Let us suppose if our any of the NICs, let us suppose the NIC1 gets faulty or becomes fail. In that case, it automatically transfers the traffic to the NIC2. So we don't have to do it manually in case of fault condition. This bond is responsible to provide us the uninterrupted services, and it can also be used as the load balancer, which balances the traffic between the multiple network interface controllers. Now I'm going to show you how can you configure it in your Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is my RHEL8 machine on which I'm going to show you the concept of NIC teaming. Here you can see that I have only one Ethernet card. That means we have only one NIC here. Now I'm going to add two more NICs in my machine, and for that I can go here on the virtual machine settings and I can click here on add. Then I can select network and create the network adapter. One more I will add here. Let me select the bridge network connection type for both and click here on OK. So now let's check. So here you can see that we have two more NICs here now. One is ENS192 and another is ENS224. Now we will use these NICs to configure the NIC teaming. So we can execute nmcli connection so to check the status of the connections. Here we are using this ENS160 for the connection. That means it is currently in active state. Now I will tell you how can we add the NIC teaming. So for that we can execute nmcli command, nmcli connection add. Then we will mention type and we will define the type. Here we are going to use the NIC teaming, so we will mention here team, then connection name, so con name. We can give any name. Let us suppose I want to give it the name as team 0. Then interface name, that is if name, so we will mention here if name. Let me give it the same name as team 0. Then we will mention here config. Now we will define the runner mode, so we will mention it in the single inverted commas like this, and here we will use the curly brackets first. Then we will mention here runner, and runner should be written in the double inverted commas like this, and then mention colon, again curly bracket starts. Then we will define the name, that is name. It should also be in the double inverted commas, and then the colon. Then we will give one space, and inside double inverted commas we will mention the mode, that is active backup. since we want to use it for the backup purpose. We can also mention here the round robin, or for if we want to use it as a load balancer, so we can mention here load balancer as well. So we have mentioned here active backup, and then we will close the curly bracket like this 2 times and press enter. So it will add the connection with the name as team0. Now we will again execute nmcli connection show command, which will display the connection that we have added, that is team0. Now what we will do, we will define the IP address and the gateway and the other details for this connection. So we will use again nmcli command, nmcli connection modify, and we will define, and then we will mention the name, that is team0, ipv4 dot addresses, and then we will give it a IP address like 192.168.1. Let us suppose I want to give it 120 slash 24, that is the subnet mask. Then IPv4 dot gateway, and the gateway is going to be 192.168.1.1. After that, I will mention, if I use DNS, I can mention the details of DNS, or I can leave it blank. Then I can mention here connection dot auto connect, because I want to connect it automatically. Yes, IPv4 dot method, and I want to use the manual connection. I'm not going to use DSCP, so I will mention here manual. Press enter. So it will modify the details of this team0 network bond. Now we will add NIC cards as slave to this team0 interface, and for that we must know the devices. So these are the devices ENS1922 and ENS224 that we are going to use. So how can we add NIC cards as slave to this team0 network bond? We will again execute nmcli command for the same. nmcli connection add, then we will mention the type. Here we will define the type as team slave, connection name. Let us suppose I want to give the name as team0 hyphen port 1. Then the interface name ENS 192 master, and the master is going to be team0. So we have successfully added the ENS 192 as slave for this team0 network bond. Now we will again execute the same command to add ENS 224 interface with a different name. So we will mention here ENS 224, and we have given it the name as team0 hyphen port 2. Press enter. So we have added both the interfaces in our bond. Now we will verify the details with the help of nmcli command, nmcli device status. Here you can see that 192 is there in bond with the name as team0 hyphen port 1, and ENS224 is there with the name as team0 hyphen port 2. Now what we will do, we will try to ping our machine from the client. So I'm going to use the CMD from my Windows machine, and I will try to ping my machine from here. Now I'm going to check the connectivity. So I will mention here ping and the same IP address, and it shows the connectivity. That means our team bonding is working perfectly. the NIC teaming interface that we have created, it is working perfectly fine. Now what I will do, I will bring down one of the network interface controllers and I will check what happens. So for that, I can execute the command nmcli connection down, and then we will mention the name team 0 hyphen port 1. I want to bring down the ENS 192. So here you can see that I have successfully brought it down, and let's check the connectivity. There is no issues with the connectivity because it has automatically switched over the traffic from NIC 1 to the NIC 2. It is using the other network interface controller to pass the traffic, and we have not made any changes. This process has happened automatically. Now in case our another network interface controller also goes down, so let's check what will happen. Now you can see that there is no connectivity between the client and the server. It is showing as request timeout. That means both the interfaces are down and there is no connectivity between the client and the server. And we can use teamdctl command to check the details of our bond. Here we will mention the bond name, that is team 0, and after that we will mention here state. So here it is showing us that it is running in the active backup state, but none of the interfaces are up. So let me quickly bring both these interfaces up. NMCLI connection up, team 0 port 1 and team 0 port 2. Now I have executed the NMCLI command to brought both the interfaces up, and again we will verify with the help of teamdctl command whether they are working in active backup mode or not. So here you can see that both are up and working fine, and they are working as in active backup state. And we will check the connectivity as well. So here you can see that there is connectivity and we are able to ping our server from the client. Again let me bring down one interface. So here I will use nmcli connection down and the interface name, that is team 0 hyphen port 2. I want to bring down the ENS 224, and we will verify the details of the same with the help of teamdctl team 0 state command. Here only one interface is up, that is 192, other is down, and there is the connectivity between the client and the server. Means we are able to access our server with the help of this interface, that is ENS 192, and we will bring it up again. So let me bring it up and verify the details. This time it will show us the other interface as well, that is ENS 224. Both are up and working fine. So in this way we can configure NIC teaming or network bonding or the link aggregation in Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So guys, that's it for today's session. Thank you so much for your time. If you like this video, then do share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you are new on this channel, then subscribe us and turn on the bell notification for the latest updates of our new videos. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram. Take care.